Yo, what is going on, everyone? It's Professor Pierce here, PP for short. Today I have a Grotle deck for you guys. I think this will be pretty interesting. I really love Torterra as a mon, and I'm glad he's getting some love. And I'm calling it a Grotle deck because I think it's funny that Grotle is like one of the only good middle stage evolutions here that we have. So I mean, Turtwig is great, Torterra is great, Piplup is great, Empoleon is great, Chimchar is great, Infernape is great. Monferno's okay. Monferno's okay, I'll give him that. But I feel like Grotle is just way better, and Piplup just shouldn't exist at all anyway. But that is besides the point here. We're gonna go ahead and start. You know how we don't like those long intros. I mean, I was just talking about nothing in particular anyway. So we're gonna start out with a pretty god darn pooping bad hand here. But it seems like my opponent doesn't have much here, and we're going to draw into nothing. So we're gonna hit him with the good old attach pass. So, how are you guys doing today? Yeah, hopefully you're doing pretty good. I'm doing good myself. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded. Been dealing with a lot of life stuff. You know how it is. But we are back and here to expect some more videos up ahead. So it seems like we are playing against some sort of Venomoth deck here. Some kind of like control style deck, which is pretty interesting. You don't see too many of these. So he's going to hammer us. The hammer doesn't really matter since we're just putting energy on to put energy on. But he's going to flip tails anyway. I guess he was... Oh, sorry, I'm tired. I guess he was using that to get it out of his hand. What sucks is that we drew a freaking third Grotle. Like, what are the odds that we drew another Grotle? This is so bad. Our hand is just not great. So we're gonna get those out of the deck, and we're going to pass the turn off, and then hopefully we can Iono into an Ultra Ball, and then grab our Hisuian Lilligant V ASR. But it seems like they're going to boss up that, which is honestly fine with me. I don't think they're going to be able to kill it this turn, so I'm not really worried about that. And they're just going to pass. They're not even going to headbutt me for a little bit of damage. Okay, so I was going to Iono, but now I'm just going to guarantee it. I'm just going to get the Ultra Ball off the Arven. And we are going to get rid of some stuff here that we don't need. Get the VSTAR, and then we will pop the VSTAR. Thank goodness I want to say thank goodness because they're annoying. They've been annoying us, but thank goodness we already have the Grotles in our hand. So we'll go ahead and put all of these babies down, and we'll spread out a little bit of spread it out, so if they attack one, they're not attacking everything that I have. So he's going to reveal some cards here. So I guess that is why his hand was very, very dead. Makes sense to me why he couldn't play anything. He is running Spy Ops though, which we haven't seen, which would make sense with this because you like trap stuff in the active, and then you up their ability, you up their retreat cost, and then you also up the stadium, up their attack. Oh my god, I can't even speak. Don't even worry about what I'm saying. So we are just gonna evolve these guys, so we don't even have to Grotle into Grotle, because that is the funniest thing ever, is to Grotle into Grotle into Grotle. But at this point, it doesn't look like it matters. because we have all of our Grotles. At this point, I kind of just wanted to get a couple of cards on the board set up. I didn't really want to get rid of the Torterras. I think I'm just going to thin the deck a little bit, because we can always get them back, so I'm not like too worried about that. But we will just thin the deck out. And we have all of our Torterras for next turn and Grotle for the next turn. So good thing we're facing a slow deck here, because we are slowly being able to set up our board state very nicely. It seems like they, I wouldn't consider them a fast deck for sure, but at least they're not getting set up very fast. So they are going to Iono me, which kind of is annoying, but we still have all the Grotles on the board, so we can just Grotle our Torterras, so that's not really an issue at all. It did give us some new cards, though. And it gave him some new cards, so it seems like he will be able to play the game now. Which is a little annoying, because that means that we won't be able to play the game, because he's going to perplex us with its powder. That sounds so nasty, dude. I just realized that sounds so bad. So the Venomoth is going to perplex us with this powder. That would have been a great Earthen Vessel Gardenia, but we're not going to be able to do that, unfortunately, here. We will be able to get all these Grotles into Torterras. Oh my god, try saying that 5 times fast. Grotle into Torterra. Grotle into Torterra. Grotle into Torterra. But anyway, we are going to get these guys all the way up. It is kind of a lengthy process, because, you know, in real life you can just say, I'm going to Grotle 3 times, or I'm going to Grotle 4 times, or I'm going to Grotle once. But yeah, this way, you know, it takes just a little bit longer. So I'm going to have to Iono my hand away. I don't really want to give them more cards, but I need an energy, and I wouldn't have gotten one if I didn't do that. So we will go ahead and attach and retreat. It doesn't really matter which Torterra. We are going to go ahead and force march for 180. So that is the good thing about this deck, is obviously it kills Zard in 1 hit, and then along with killing Zard in 1 hit, it pretty much just KOs anything in the format in 2 hits. And seeing the fact that you have 340 health, you have the most health of any Pokemon right now in Standard, you are probably going to be able to tank a hit, unless you're facing some sort of fire deck. So it looks like they are going to grab some baby spiders here. So they're finally getting a little more set up. They haven't really been able to do much. They're going to bring in my other Torterra, which is a little annoying because I don't have a lot of switches in here. But we can slowly build up this Torterra and then attack with it. So, and arguably this Torterra does more damage than the other Torterra. So, you know, there's that. So I guess you guys already ate your snacks by now, I would assume. What'd you have? You have like yogurt or something? Who the fuck has yogurt? I don't even know what I'm saying. Why did I even think of yogurt? I don't even eat yogurt. Well, that was just the first thing that came to my head. I don't know. So go ahead and heal off the rest of that. We don't have much to do here. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and say F it, we ball. Get a new hand. And we do have super odds, so they're not going to mill that, which is nice. I think we'll get the... I was going to maybe get the Deedle Tot, but I don't need to. So we'll just pass and hold off for now, because we will be able to attack next turn. I'm not really worried about using items because we don't necessarily need them. Maybe I should have used the Super Rod now. Maybe that was a bit of a misplay, but there's not too much in the discard pile, so it's kind of hard to justify using it right now. So he has a lot of interesting supporters here. I mean, mostly I could see the Erica and maybe even the Choi for this deck, but like Kamada is pretty out there. You don't really see that card very often, and it's not like you want to be discarding too many cards in this style of deck that he's playing. So I'm not really sure why he is playing that. So he's gonna perplex us once again, so we are confused, which is pretty annoying. I don't have any kind of retreat option, so I kind of just have to roll the dice here, and I definitely don't want to research again because we are running out of cards. So we will just roll the dice here, flip the coin, and we will get heads, so that is nice. So we're gonna go ahead and Evo Press and take him out. So this thing can hit for 300 damage too, which is definitely nothing to sneeze at. That is the most output this deck can have, is 300 damage from this, but you have to make sure you have all evolution Pokemon on your bench. So like the Radiant Tsareena has to be the Kricketot, and even if you do have the Kricketot on the bench, that's going to help you out even more, because then your Torterra will be even more thick. It'll have 380 health, which is crazy. And then if you added, I was just thinking about this now. If you added the cape, that would give it 100 more, so it would have 480 health. So that's pretty silly. So there's our one switch card here. So we'll go ahead and use that to get it out of here. I don't really want to roll the dice because we're not even killing it anyway. It has 260 health and we're only doing 250. So we're two-shotting it anyway. So we'll go ahead and just switch back into that and then see what he has going on here. He has a luminous energy, so I wonder who that's for. But he is gonna Prime Catcher, which is not what I was expecting, to be honest. He's gonna try to bring up something that can't attack, I assume. He's getting rid of more cards in his hand so he can use a restart, which makes sense to me. And then he's going to hang us up, so that is going to do a lot of damage to us because our retreat cost is very high. But like I said earlier, it is not the end of the world since we are very, very thick. Most things are going to most attacks aren't going to kill us. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh my god, dude. I cannot talk today. This was so not the day to do the video. Or maybe this is going to be the best video and you guys just like this. But we're going to go ahead and take out the Spidops here. And whack him. And he can't even kill us with the Venomoth. See, like, that's what I'm not even worried about. We have boss for game 2 on the Mew. So we can pretty much wrap up this game. He has a Venomoth. I mean, he's gonna evolve it and then restart for a couple cards, but I don't think that'll be enough here. Does he even get an energy off this is the question. I'm not sure why he has the Alakazam in here either, because I haven't seen its usefulness. I mean, like, you're not doing a lot of damage with this deck. I'm not really sure why you would do that. But we're going to go ahead and Gardenia, because I knew my Prime Catcher was in here, so I might as well use it to bring up the Mew here. I was just hoping I would hit it without having to Iono, because I would be drawing the same amount of cards with Iono, actually, as Gardenia. And so good thing I hit it then, so we don't have to worry about decking out. And so that'll be the first video. I wanted to keep that one in there because my opponent was playing something pretty interesting. Unfortunately, it didn't really go their way. They kind of had a slow start, but definitely helped us show off how it works. So we are facing, it seems like, Ancient Box here, I'm assuming, or maybe some kind of Roaring Moon Ancient Box, which is good for us. If Roaring Moon is in here, then we can one-shot it with or without a capsule. It doesn't matter, because Torterra will hit like a truck for weakness. So we mulliganed a couple times, which is pretty crazy, but we did get Lilligant to finally start here. This is not a great hand, but this is a much better hand than we had last time. So it does seem like it's going to be Ancient Box here. So he's got Pokestop. So he's going to drop some good things in the discard pile for us. So obviously he wants ancient things in the discard pile for his attack, but at the same time he kind of just needs cards to play the game. So that was good and bad. Not really great right now for him. I would say you kind of want more cards you can use early game, and then slowly get cards in your discard pile late game. So we can get a Koraidon. I'm guessing he doesn't have any evolution Pokemon. I mean, Ancient Box usually doesn't run any, so I don't know why they would. We'll go ahead and grab a little baby Twig here. It's not really much for it to do. I don't want to Iono because I kind of like our hand for next turn. I think, yeah, we're gonna grab, no, I guess we'll grab both. You know what, we're just gonna full send it, it's fine. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab both to put them in the bottom of the deck to maximize what I can get off of this, because I can just dance gracefully here anyway. Because I kind of wanted to hold the hand, but it's fine. We got basically what we wanted off that dance gracefully, so that is good. We got the Grotle and we got the Lilligant VSTAR. So if we get, if we don't get Iono, we are good to go. Let's see what my opponent is going to do here. Radiant Greninja. I didn't think that was in here, to be honest with you. I don't think they're running any water energy, so I don't really have to worry about that. But that eats up a space on the board for them. That's not an ancient Pokemon, so their attacks won't be hitting as hard. So that is two ancient Pokemon to the discard pile and one to the hand. So that was a good Pokestop. He definitely doesn't need those two right there, and his moon is definitely getting more powered up as we are talking here. What is he gonna do? He's gonna have to conceal cards because he hasn't done that yet. I'm assuming that's why he probably has a lot of energy in here, if I had to guess, considering he's running Greninja. But he is going to discard some more cards and get some more cards. He can't attack this turn, which is nice too, so nothing will be dying because everything he has takes 2. I say until he uses this, and then he can attack because of Sada. So I did forget about that. At least we're not getting Iono this turn, and he does have a Roaring Moon, so that'll help us out for sure. That'll help our prize trade, so it's not as heavy in his favors. But good for us, he doesn't kill us here, because if he did, we wouldn't be able to get a lot of these guys off here like this. So we'll go ahead and Star Perfume here. I think I'm going to go into Torterra this time. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put Turtwig down, Twig down, you down, evolve you to get them all some more. We'll heal off a little bit, and then we're going to Rare Candy into Torterra, and then we're going to attach to the Lilligant and retreat. and then we will force march on his Bootwalks. So we could boss up the moon for now. Looking back, I definitely should have just bossed the moon now, because if they build up the moon this turn with Sada, Dark Patch, and a attachment, then they can knock out my 380 Torterra in one hit. And obviously, we don't want that. So that was a misplay on my part. We just have to hope that he doesn't have all that. So he did have one of them. He did have the Dark Patch. He is looking for a Sada, I assume, because he would have already played it. Let's see what he gets here. So he does have the Sada, so this is not looking too great for us. We just have to hope that he doesn't have a Dark Energy in his hand. That will be the deciding factor if my Torterra lives this or not. And if he doesn't live, it's not the end of the world. We'll have some backup attackers maybe coming. So he does have the Dark Patch here. So it looks like my Torterra is going to die once he switches out. But he's got a Counter Catcher, actually, which is really not what I was expecting. So what he's going to counter, is he going to Counter Catcher the Lilligant up, or is he going to Counter Catcher the Kricketune up? I'm not sure what he is going for here. But regardless of that fact, unless he like Counter Catchers and then Prime Catchers, our Torterra is not dying here. So that's really nice, actually. So I'm not sure why he did that. I can see that he wanted to kill this. Obviously, that is not a bad priority card to attack because all of my cards lose health now. But I am going to waste no more time, and I am going to boss out the Roaring Moon in a minute and take that out. So we will evolve to Grotle, Grotle for Grotle, evolve the Grotle, Nest Ball for the Twig, and then let's see what's in our discard. Just those three. Might as well get them back here. Throw them in the deck, and then I guess we'll thin out the deck. There's no reason not to. We'll go ahead and get little Deedle Tot here, and then we'll boss out the moon and kill it for 360 damage. That is a dead moon, regardless of capsule or not. So he definitely misplayed on his part. I definitely misplayed on my part. So kind of cancels out. You know, PEMDAS. You know, cancels out. So we are in a good lead here. He doesn't have much to hit us with now unless he can build up another moon in one turn like he did last time. But I would say that would be very, very difficult for him to do here because he is definitely down on resources. So he does have a Super Rod, so a couple things are going to go back into the deck. Maybe he has another Counter Catcher and he can kill my Lilligant here. Or maybe he'll just go for my Torterra this time just to take a big hit out of it. I'm not sure what his plan is. So that's actually pretty annoying because we aren't super effective against Koraidon. And since we only do 180 damage, that is not going to be able to kill. So maybe we'll just boss around it again. Not really sure what we plan on doing here. I mean, we're definitely in the lead. Oh, and he got rid of his moon, which I'm assuming he only has one moon. And to get rid of it again is quite unfortunate. And he is going to scoop the game up because of that. I guess he didn't get... the Pokestop treated him bad. like it always does. Just remember, folks, Pokestop is a scam. So yeah, so we'll go ahead and get into the third game here. We are facing Charizard, so this should be an easy win. I want to say it's kind of like with weakness, it's a lot easier, but it kind of just depends on who gets set up faster, to be honest. Excuse me, jump scare for you guys. So I was going to, I wasn't going to Iono, but since he charged, there's no reason not to Iono here. I don't really want to give him an Artazon, but I do need to get set up, but I think I'm not going to. I don't want him getting another Mon down. So that's not bad either. We'll get another Twig. And then attach to, I guess, yeah, just in case, we'll attach to this one just in case the one in the active dies here. So not too bad. I kind of wish we had a supporter or the Lilligant VSTAR here, but can't take it. So he, alright, so he has a lot here. So I actually Ionoed him into a lot, which is not great. So I technically just Ionoed him into Rare Candy Charizard, which is kind of nutty. I can only hope that he already had that in his hand before and that this made no difference, because you always hate when you do the right thing and it doesn't work out for you. So a good thing I at least placed it on the Turtwig on the bench instead of the one in the active spot. That's the only plus out of this here. So he is, I would say he is already set up more than us already. So I would say we're gonna unfortunately lose this. I don't want to like say anything too early, but we don't really have a lot going for us at the moment. So we can Grotle for the VSTAR, which is nice, and then we can VSTAR for a bunch. But we don't have any way to get a supporter or anything like that. So we might as well use this before this thing inevitably dies. We'll get this, that, I think. Yeah, that's fine. So we'll put that down. We will spread this out a little bit, and then we'll have to pass the turn off here. So, of course, just the other, 3 cards he has in his hand are Rare Candy Pidgeot, so that's kind of annoying. So he's going to Iono us, so I'm not really worried about that. Like I said, that's probably better for us anyway, because it'll maybe get us some supporters. Seems like all these games, every single time it's been clogged, my hand's either been clogged up with Pokemon or been clogged up with supporters. Like, just, I need TCG Live to shuffle for me better. This is, like, ridiculous. So he is going to Burning Darkness us. The only good thing about that is that he didn't quick search for the Iono. I'm glad he just played the fish, because that'll help us take 2 prizes later in the game here. So we'll Grotle for Grotle. We'll evolve the Grotle. We'll Grotle for Torterra. And then Grotle for Torterra. So somehow we didn't get a freaking energy, if you can believe it or not. I really don't want to get rid of this boss. I don't have any more Turtwigs in the deck. One of them is prized. So I'm going to have to place this down. And then I just got to guarantee that I get this energy. So I would have got it anyway, which is kind of frustrating. But whatever. I had to guarantee it. We did get a switch, so either way, it doesn't really matter. Alright, so we'll go ahead and take this KO. So we are back into the game here. We have to hope that Charizard's crazy ramping ability doesn't go super crazy here, because that is the biggest problem. Because once we take a couple prize cards, it is going to do a lot more damage to us. We can still survive even his most powerful attack, so that's something. But he already has one of our Lilligants down, so he basically already has 2 prize cards off of that, which I'm worried about. Hence the Prime Catcher here. So that's pretty annoying. And he's got Radiant Zard, so that definitely throws things out of whack here, because that is our biggest problem that we have to worry about, is this Radiant Charizard. So he's going to shuffle some things back in the deck. Probably, I was going to say probably some energy, and there, lo and behold, you have it. Then he's going to Burning Darkness this thing and kill it. So it is kind of killing us that we didn't get the early start that we needed here, because this matchup is pretty free otherwise. We'll go ahead and Arven. I don't really want to use Prime Catcher. I kind of just want to kill this thing in the active. So we'll shuffle these guys back in the deck. Oh, he was in the discard pile, not in the prizes. I'm a silly goose. You guys did not see that. Did not hear that, I mean. Alright, so we'll Sun-Drenched Shell for Torterra. I think I'm just going to attack here. So we should be able to, if we get a boss, then we win. That's for sure. If we get an Arven, we win. If we get a Prime Catcher, we win. So there's a couple ways we can win, but we don't have any of that in our hand at the moment. So we're kind of up in the air. Kind of up in the air at the moment. So the fire aspect, like I was talking about earlier, is going to come into play here, which is a big problem, because he is going to be able to one-shot us for a lot of damage here. And he's going to collapse Stadium, which actually puts us out of range to kill the Radiant Zard with Torterra, unless we use the other Torterra that we have. But he's gonna Roxanne us too, so he's doing a lot. He collapsed us, he's gonna kill us with Zard, and he's Roxanning us. So I was hoping he just wouldn't have an energy at this point, because that was a pretty ballsy move. I mean, he should have quick searched for should have just quick searched for the energy, to be honest, but he quick searched into the Roxanne, and then he just happened to get the fire energy, which is nutty. Alright, so I have to win this turn, because if I don't, I just lose. Because he could just switch and then switch. So we do get the Charizard. What we can do... the Charizard, oh my god. I told you I can't speak today. We didn't get a Stadium, so I can't kill this thing, and I can't retreat. So that Roxanne just fucked us. Like, there's nothing we could do. It's not necessarily bad that I can't kill this thing, though, because it's not like it can attack us. He just needs a switch, which he probably has in his deck, I want to say. But he already has this Charizard, which he doesn't have, actually. So he's going to quick search. Let's see what he quick searches for. If it's a switch that we lose, obviously. What is it? Let's see. Yeah. A Super Rod. That is not going to be what we are looking for here. Does he just have the Charizard in his hand? I'm not really sure. He doesn't. He just... Okay, so he's just going to Iono us, which is fine by me. My hand was not good anyway.
That's not much better, but... Okay, so he has nothing. So he's just going to instant charge. Okay, wow, that was lucky. So we can maybe still win this. So we didn't draw the Prime Catcher or the Arven or the boss. Okay, so... How much are we doing here? We're only doing... The problem is we don't have a Grotle now because I evolved into Torterra. So we don't have a Grotle, so we can't... So Eva Press is only doing 100 damage. So I can't Prime Catcher into anything and kill it worth a damn. So I have to kill the Radiant Charizard this turn, or I just lose. I just have to hope that he doesn't get a Charizard off this. That's the only thing I can pray to do here. So kill it, take my prize, hope he doesn't get a Torterra off of... I mean, I can't talk! Oh my god! Okay. Energy. No shot. No shot. Let's see. Quick search. What is he quick searching for? What? If you had that in the deck the whole time, why didn't you use it earlier? Okay. You still can't kill me, though. And the one card in his hand is a boss. Wow. I've never seen that happen in a million years. You guys just witnessed freaking... Holy crap. Just insane luck. Holy moly. That's never going to happen again for that guy. I hope he goes buy the lottery ticket now because that is not happening again. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the video. That is the Torterra deck, the Grotle deck, whatever you want to call it. I got one more video at the end here, like always for you guys. That'll be it from PP out.